Hey everybody, this is Bobby Robinson with the Robinson Group, and I'm here today to talk to you a little bit about the inspection period in the home and buying and selling process. First off, you need to know that there's an inspection period. That's very important. So once you go under contract and have binding agreement date, you have a set number of days to perform all the inspections. Now, what are these inspections? They can be the general home inspection, wood destroying insects inspection, most commonly known as a termite inspection, septic tank inspections, radon testing, and also specialty tests by qualified professionals, whether it be a roofer, HVAC person. It's important to note as a buyer that when you sign the standard contract in Tennessee, that you're agreeing to not ask for repairs that are purely cosmetic or things that just simply require or that would bring the home up to codes unless it's required by law that they must be. Now, as a seller, it's important to know that your obligation is to make sure the home is open and available. Not only that, but the utilities are on. If you have a pool or spa, that it's open, ready to be inspected, that everything there can be inspected by the professionals that the buyer chooses. Now, after the inspection process is complete and you have all your reports back, there's basically three things that you can do. One, you can terminate the agreement. So you have a home inspection contingency. There's a clause in there. You can decide, you know what, this home is just not for me. I'm not willing to take the risk. I'm going to terminate. The other thing you can do is accept the home as is, saying, look, I've made all of the inspections. I'm willing to take the home just like it sits. The third thing is to negotiate and to negotiate repairs. I talked a little bit about the fact that, asking for cosmetic repairs or home upgrades, that's not an acceptable thing to do. But especially if there's things that impact either the structural integrity of the home or the safety of the home to you and your family, that's very important to negotiate. In a hot market, we see people that are commonly not putting a home inspection contingency in there. That's a risk that you can take to make your offer stronger. It's definitely a risk. So that's the thing to know about that. There's a high risk involved, especially an older home. It's one that you might not want to take. Now, after we talk about that, there's the negotiation process, the as is, the terminate. So if you're going to negotiate, it's important to know that after your home inspection period, you have a resolution period. During that resolution period is when you can go back and forth between buyer and seller, both parties agreeing to negotiate the repairs based on good faith. They're both trying to work a deal and keep it together. Very important to know if by the end of the period for negotiations that you don't have a signed agreement, the contract is terminated, so it's over. And it's something to keep in mind. So this is a very touchy point during the real estate transaction. There are a lot of things going on there. Now, one option if you're a buyer and it's a super hot market and a lot of people are doing so that they feel comfortable about the home and they're getting an inspection, but they're deciding, you know what, I'm going to leave out the negotiate portion of my three options. So all I'm going to do is I'm either going to terminate the contract at the end of the inspection period or I'm going to accept it as is. If you do this, it can make your offer much stronger and more acceptable to a seller because they know that you're not going to try to nickel and dime them for small repairs here and there, and they kind of understand what their net is going to be. I hope this has helped. I hope you understand the inspection process a little more. And most importantly, I recommend that make sure you always get a qualified real estate agent to be on your side. They're going to understand this process more. They're going to help you negotiate, keep you on track timeline-wise, and do what's best for you. So happy house hunting.